Well, howdy doody everybody, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and happy, what day is it? Thursday? Thursday, right? I think so, maybe. I don't know, I have no idea what day it is. But anyways, welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, everybody. Ryan, what's going on, my friend? EYVI, what is up? And you can see right in front of us, Scandinavian Airlines SAS CRJ-900 on the ramp in front of us. One more sub until 700. I know, man, absolutely crazy. Hoping we reach that point today. Absolutely looking forward to reaching that. It was just raining. We are sitting here in Stavanger, Norway. It was just raining cats and dogs, but the rain did just let up, but it is still looking a little gray, and I'm sure the rain is going to return momentarily. Plenty of airplanes next to us, a couple of buses over there, maybe a 737 over there, an SAS, Lufthansa, Airbus, Sun class Airbus right there. And looks like a couple of airplanes lining up to take off down there. The airplane for us, though, is completely cold and dark, so we need to get her up and running. I absolutely, super graphics, yeah, man. I absolutely love the way this simulator looks more and more, although I'm not sure what the deal is with this. We have, obviously, airport terminal, normal looking airport terminal, and then we have a extension here with regular shingles coming out with wooden barn style sides. Not sure what the deal is with that. Kidding, what's up, my friend? I think I was your 499th sub. I don't know. Yeah, you've been here for a while, my friend. Absolutely. Let's see what airplane we have taking off down here. We'll get a look at it. We'll watch this airplane depart before we jump inside our airplane and get everything done. We did have the ground power unit hooked up ourselves, but he disconnected somehow. What's this click spot right here? It's weird. Anybody else see that? Like a click spot, scroll wheel. Interesting. So it looks like that airplane's getting clearance to take off. We will wait here and wait for them to go by, just so we can kind of see what FSLTL really does. I definitely think it has some improvement for sure, especially if you can get it to work in a way as to where it doesn't function and require the functionality of the default Microsoft Flight Simulator ATC system. I definitely think that would be the biggest improvement that would make FSLTL even better, because moments like this will happen. You'll see an airplane down there, like on the runway, not taking off at all. They're lining up behind each other now on the runway, which is just weird, and you'll notice that happening a lot. You'll notice that the airplane sometimes just gets stuck, which might seem to be what's happening there. Kind of hard to tell what's going on, but anyways, we're not going to wait any longer. We've been waiting long enough to see if one of them is going to take off or not, so we will just jump in our airplane and get everything going. As you can see, the airplane is completely cold and dark, so we have some work to do, ladies and gentlemen, to get everything up and going. You run that Sun class IRL? That would be cool. Alright, let's pop up to the overhead panel here. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get the battery master switch on. We're going to turn on some overhead lights. Well, we won't be able to see them until we get our ground power on. Alright, ground power is up and going. We'll get our emergency exit lights armed as well. And let's see if we can't get some dome lighting on in here, just so we can maybe see what we're doing just a little bit more. And we will come down here as well and get some integrated lights on and some floods on also, seeming as it is quite dark out there. And it's kind of hard to see exactly what we are doing without any lighting whatsoever. So let's get some lights on for us so we can see what it is that we are doing. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. That's looking good. So, without further ado, let's get going. Get the integrated lights on as high as they can go. Floods will bring down just a little bit. Alright. Awesome. Let's get moving. Maybe increase this brightness just a little bit more. Aviation Memes, what's going on, my friend? Happy to have you here. Thank you for popping in. Let's get these a little bit more bright for us. There we go. Okay, well, first order of business is going to be to come down here and get our IRSs to, get our IRSs both to nav. There we go. Let's come on over to the FMC and let's do our pause in it real quick. Go, bring this over to flight plan. Excellent. So now that we've done that, the stud himself. All right, what's going on, Lay the House? Happy to have you here, my friend. Happy to have you here. All right, let's keep on moving, shall we? Let's look at our sim brief flight plan really quickly and see how many passengers that we have here. Pin the stud himself. Joel, what's going on, my friend? What's up? Looking at our sim brief flight plan here, how many passengers do we have on board this airplane? 66. So change that to 66, hit enter. Our cargo that we're taking along with us is 3,600 pounds. So we need to get this up to as many pounds as possible. 1,700, that's maxed out. And then on in the other cargo bay here, we need to put in 18. Wait, what's the math on this? Why am I brain farting all of a sudden? 1,900 pounds. Wow, I just completely forgot how to do math there momentarily. There we go. As far as the fuel, we are taking 9,800 pounds, but the exact number is 9,839. So we only have a few extra pounds of fuel in there with us. That looks good. We'll hit set payload and simulator, and now we have all of the everything going in here. Not the stud himself. Okay. Okay, moving on. CRJ just has such a different flow to it than I'm already used to. With these airplanes that we usually fly, and I haven't flown this airplane in a couple of days or a couple streams, so definitely remembering everything here. So ENZV is our departure airport for Stavanger. We're gonna ask boarding to start though.
Boarding requested.
Sure, Widrow ground handling sounds good. Okay, so GSX is going to start the boarding process now. And we are heading to EKCH for Copenhagen for the first leg today. Our alternate is... What is our alternate?
Crew bus is coming.
Oh, okay. DDP. And our flight number, as you can see by the very top of the information bar. Waiting for your action. Open the cargo door. Ah, gotcha. SK1954. And the reason why we are using the SK1954 flight number is because today is Godzilla Day, everybody. And Godzilla is my favorite film franchise and series of all time. And the first movie came out in 1954, so November 3rd, 1954 to be exact, which is 68 years ago today. So that's why I have the 1954 at the end of our flight number there, the SK, in dedication to him. Call me corny, but I thought it was cool. Alright, continuing on with our flight plan here. After our departure, we are going direct to PVEB, Papa Echo Victor Echo Bravo. From PVEB, we are going on the L621 airway, the Lima 621. And we are headed to Lagom, Lima Alpha Golf Uniform Mike. From there, we're going direct to Tepsi, Tango Echo Papa Sierra India. Oops. Papa Sierra.
Your passenger's bus is coming.
Not found, huh? Oh, that's because it's Sierra Papa India. Huh. There we go. And then from there we will go on our arrival. Okay. So we are leaving runway 18 in Stavanger, and we are taking the PV-B1G.
Passengers boarding starting.
There it is. And we will exec that. Now we will go back to our arrivals, and we will select runway 22 right. And we are going in on the, again, TESP 3C. We have the TESP 2C, so we really shouldn't differ all that much, so we should be good. We will exec that in. Okay. So, let's come over here to our legs and just make sure that we don't have anything funky going on. We do have a discontinuity there that we need to take care of. Go. Another discontinuity there, but that seems to be for the go-around and missed approach, so we're going to be vectored in for that, so we're not going to worry about that for now. So we're just going to go ahead and exec that in and be all set to go. Lovely. Next thing we need to do is come over here to our performance. So if we come over here, we go to perf init. If we come over here to our lovely little iPad, and we come over here to performance, if we copy perf init data to FMS, we click on that. That will move everything over, but we're going to go flaps 20 getting out of here. So there we go. We have everything copied over that we needed without us having to input anything in. And we are cruising at 37,000 feet. Go. Exec that. And then look at our VNAV setup very quickly. Just make sure our climb speed, 290 knots. That's looking good. Our cruising speed is going to be 300 knots, or Mach 0.74. And then our descent speed, we're going to be shooting for about 290 knots as well with an 18,000 feet transition level. Okay. That's looking good also. So, as far as our flight plan is concerned, I do believe that we are all set to go. Nothing more that we need to do with the FMC. I'm flying to your home country? Nice. Nice. Happy that we can be servicing your local area in Denmark for sure. Alright, heading up to the overhead panel here. I kind of thought that this airplane had a better option for dome lighting for the overhead, but I guess I was wrong. Oh no, there it is right there. There we go. I'm going to say, because that other thing just looks terrible. It's really not that bright. But anyways, let's continue on here. The next thing that we are going to do is get the APU fired up, so we're going to open up the APU salvo right here, and then we're going to click on start. So the APU is getting fired up. So it looks like these guys are still... Hey, we have a Wizz Air A321 over there. And it looks like these guys are still waiting on the cargo trucks, or the cargo, or the baggage loaders rather. Here they come, taking forever. It's one thing sometimes about some of these airports, man, is it takes forever for the baggage cars to come for them to start their job. So they've been sitting here this whole time doing squat because it takes forever for the baggage cars to come with the baggage for them to load and unload. So, is what it is. They're going to start doing their thing now. Sounds like the APU is fired all up for us, which it has, which means we can go, we can go back up to the overhead panel, and we can get our air conditioning on, and the recirc fan on as well for the passengers that are already in the cabin. Another thing that we can also do is we can come down here, come down here and get our stab trims all set, and get our yaw damper all set as well. So coming down here, that should have taken care of a good amount of that. Another thing we can do is we can come back up to the overhead panel. We can get our windshield heats on already. We'll just get those on low. and our probe heats will stay off until we're ready to push, and we're not going to bother turning our hydraulics on for now. Michael, which Boeing 787-10 should I buy? I don't really have an opinion on that. I mean, really, the only 787 that I know of for this simulator, at least, is the default Asobo one. Now, if you're asking about liveries, I mean, I don't know about any livery packs or anything like that. Alright, let's get our ground power unit disconnected, and we are pretty much ready to go. We just need to wait for... the baggage handlers to finish their stuff here, and then we'll be good to go. I was looking at all these settings. There's so many different settings of which you can load in, which is actually very cool. And a bunch of checklists. A boatload of checklists. Boatload of them. Oh yeah, another thing we can do, we come over here to our performance and set our takeoff data. There we go, so that should be all set. Check our V speeds right here, which they are. Another thing that we can do, let's just reset our... Let's get our pressure all set up here. Let's look at... We want our ENZV retard data, so we can get that all set up. And it looks like we are coming right in at 1000 even. There we go. Awesome, we have that taken care of. Let's get our autopilot all set now, shall we? We are going up to a cruising altitude of 37,000 feet. So let's get all of that plugged in here. 37,000 feet. $37,300. No, we just want 37,000. There we go. Our speed that we're going to be looking for should be already set for us, 151 V2 plus 10, so we don't need to worry about that. Let's grab our runway heading. The runway 18 should be right around 180 degrees. Always just like to make sure. It looks like it is 177 degrees, so let's get that all set up. .77, looking good. Okay, pretty much all the preliminary stuff that we need to take care of to get ready for our flight is finished. I do believe all of our passengers have boarded. We are just waiting on these lovely gentlemen to get all the baggage put away, and it is raining again, just like I figured. I figured we were going to have on and off showers during our departure. Mystic, what's up? Chris, what's going on, my man? They only have a few more bags to go. This lovely, lovely rainy morning, or afternoon rather, here in Stavanger. You know, it's funny because last night, when I was making the thumbnail for this stream, it was raining then. And I kind of figured, like, well, I doubt it's going to be raining there tomorrow, right? I didn't check the weather, the forecast. Or else I would have just done a rainy thumbnail to kind of match with the weather that we're having right now. But I kind of figured, like, hey, there's no way it's still going to be raining, right? And boy, was I wrong. Love the CRJ-900, so do I, man. It's such a charming little airplane to fly. In the simulator, there's a lot of manual work that goes into it, you know what I mean? It's not like what you have nowadays with your Airbuses and your Boeings, where you have to you know, everything is so automated with autopilot, and, you know, I kind of feel like we're very spoiled with that nowadays. This airplane here, it takes a lot more to manage, and you really have to be a step ahead of the airplane, or else the airplane is going to fly you, which you never really want. Hello, Mom. How are you? Thank you for being here. Love you. Thank you for checking in, as always. Mama MB in the chat, everybody. Alright. Looks like they are all set to go, which means we are going to be any moment now as well. We are going to get ready for pushback and departure. So, let's get in the flight deck here. Let's close our cargo doors, and let's close our passenger door.
Captain, the cabin is secure. All passengers are aboard. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the captain and crew, welcome aboard this flight. Alright, let's prepare for pushback and departure.
We will come up to the overhead. We will get our probes on. We will get our hydraulic pumps on now. We will get our fuel pumps on also. We will get our continuous ignition switch on and ready to go. And I believe that we are all set to go to start engines. We'll get our beacon lights on as well. We'll also get our logo lights on, just so people can see us. And if we look over here, we don't have any other master caution warnings other than oil pressures on the right. We have our right fuel pump on, left fuel pump on, parking brake is still set, continuous ignition, APU, all of this is normal. And all of those will extinguish once the engines get started. I think the CRJ-900 can carry 8,000 pounds of fuel, or can carry more fuel. Then that is the case. Yeah, it definitely can carry more. We have 8,000 pounds on board right now.
Looking gear.
Let me look at this right here. And we are at about 50% capacity with the amount of fuel that we have on board right now. So, yeah, it can definitely carry more for sure. We have, like I said, about 9,800 pounds of fuel on board. Okay, as far as our pushback is concerned, we need to push back to our left. Alright, everybody, we're going to get our engines all fired up and ready to go. We are going to release our parking brake and get engine number 2 up and running. Oh, you know what we're forgetting? I know, we're going, chill. Little chocks.
Commencing push.
Yeah.
All engines clear. Start at wheel.
Alright, right hand engine coming up. And 2 rotation looking good. And 1 rotation also, oil pressure starting to build. There we go. At 20%, we are going to lift this little red lever here and engage fuel flow. And there we go, engine is coming to life. Alright, sounds like our right side engine has had a good startup. We'll just come over here. Yep, looking good. Let's get engine number 1, or our left engine, started. And 2 rotation and 1 rotation, oil pressure. Starting to build. And same procedure, 20% and 2. Flip this little red knob up here, and the engine will come to life.
In case of an extreme emergency landing, you will be instructed to get into the brake position. Listen, parking brake. By placing your head between your knees with your hands over your head. We would also like to remind you that... Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start. We thank you for paying attention during this brief presentation.
All right. Lovely. our left engine has been started. So, let's come up back to the overhead panel. We'll get continuous ignition off. We will get our nose lights and taxi lights on, and they are waiting for our confirmation of good engine start. I probably just blinded that guy too.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start.
But that's okay, he'll be alright. Sky's kind of orange, that's scary. Yeah, it's probably because the sun is just peeking through a little bit. APU, we will stop it here. Close it. Dome lights, we can get those off. We don't need those at the moment. And yeah, we are looking pretty much all set to go. Let's come over here, make sure we don't have any... Oh my goodness! My god, that's scary stuff.
Unlocking gear.
She's inside the airplane. Oh my god. Alright, anyways. Continuing on here, we need to get flaps to 20.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin
Flaps to
removed.
20, looking good. Alright. Lady of the night, I know, right? She
Left is
scared me,
clear.
to be completely
Right
honest
is
with you.
clear.
Wasn't expecting her to be sitting there. But yeah, we are pretty much all set to go, everybody. We are up and running. Up and running. What is up with that over here? Yeah, I think the sun is over here somewhere. I'm not sure what's going on, to be completely honest with you. Interesting, though. Looks pretty, at least. But, alright. I think that we are going to be good to go. Where is she? Did she give us the all clear? Did she say have a good trip? Where'd she go? Right there she is. Now she's waving. They always stand right in the way of the windshield here. You can never see them waving have a good trip. But she just did, and now she is going to walk away, which means we are set to go. Let's release our parking brake. Bring our yoke back up, and let's get on out of here, shall we? There we go, rolling. Give ourselves a little bit more throttle. We got takeoff configuration okay. Everything's running great. We don't have any cautions. We don't have any warnings. So we are good to go. Taxi to runway 18. We are just going to follow right along the ramp here. We are going to take a right on to taxiway. It should be Golf. But all right, onward. We're gonna make our next right-hand turn up here. Weather conditions aren't looking favorable. A cold and rainy day in Norway. Here's our right-hand turn. And then we are going to continue on to the left. Anybody know who's playing tonight? What's the game? What's Thursday night football tonight? Anybody know? It is Thursday, right? right, and then we just follow this taxiway all the way down. Our runway is going to be on the right. Eagles and Texans, oh, I mean, we'll see. I mean, the Eagles are still undefeated, so. How's the audio? Is the audio too loud, everybody? Is my voice too loud? Is the simulator too loud? Hey, we have an airplane coming in. Never mind, he's going around. Going around, not sure what happened there. If I had to guess, there's probably another airplane at the end of the runway that's just stuck there. But there's another. See, this is what happens with the FSLTL and default Microsoft Flight Simulator traffic system is the airplanes just get so close to each other. Now, I guarantee you the reason why that airplane had to go around is this airplane right here that's coming in now was probably number 1 for landing. So what that means is somehow that other airplane got in front of this one. Or is he going to go around too? Yep, he's going to go around also. See, so that's always, like, you notice what happens. If we look outside here, you can see there, yep, there's an airplane at the end of the runway just sitting there, stuck. That's exactly what I thought, and that's usually what ends up happening, is that airplane will just sit there and not move no matter what. I'm not exactly sure what the cause of it is. It kind of kills the realism of it, and the only way to do it is by clicking reset traffic injection, and everything will get reset. And unfortunately, that kind of defeats the purpose of having the program. And I kind of wish Microsoft, like Microsoft in general, or not sure if there's anything that the FSLTL team will be able to do to kind of negate that. But, yeah, it kind of loses its realism. It is raining like you wouldn't believe. We're going to turn our wipers on for departure, too. They don't do anything, and that's generally why I don't turn them on to begin with. Like when we're taxiing around. It's just because they don't do anything. Remember, everybody, if you haven't done so already, please like this stream for me. Would really, really greatly appreciate that. Wow, way overshot the runway center line. Let's get ourselves all lined up here. Can't really see, to be honest with you. Like I said, it's not going to make much of a difference because even if we get our wipers turned on, it's not going to do anything. I don't even know where the engines are or the wipers are, to be completely honest with you. Shivankar, what's going on, my friend? Welcome. Just joined for takeoff? Oh yeah. We are getting lined up here. And the airplane is barely moving. We are at 44% power, and we're going 1 knot on the ground speed. I think that's honestly a bug with the rain, because that only happens in the rain. For whatever reason. But alright. We get waiting right here. Let's come up over top. Let's see if we can get our wipers turned on. Like I said, I have no idea where they even are in this aircraft, because I never use the wipers because they don't do anything. Wipers. Where are they in the CRJ? Why do I feel like they're over here somewhere? Wiper. Alright, well, there you go. See, they don't do jack squat, but we'll have them on just for fun. Alright, everybody, enjoy the departure. Let's get our landing lights on. We will get our strobes on, and we are good to go. Enjoy the departure out of Stavanger, heading for Copenhagen. Throttle levers coming up to 40%. They are stable and going into Toga. 2, positive rate, gear up. What a rainy, rainy takeoff, man. Once we get to 1,500 feet, we will get our engines into climb. There's 1,500 feet. All right, bring our engines down to climb power. We will get our nav in speed setting selected here. Granted, if I could see the speed button, so I can click it. There we go. And get our autopilot engaged. Okay. Wow, you can't see a thing. Look at this. Alright, well, I think we can get our wipers off now. And let's begin to accelerate up to 250 knots. We're at 3,800 feet. It's going to be a bumpy ride. It doesn't seem to be too bad right now. Not a lot of turbulence. Alright, flaps are going to come to 8 degrees. There's our flaps right here. Flaps going 0, slats are still retracted. And we will get our slats retracted now. Alright, there we go, on our way up to 250 knots, everybody about to pass through 5,000 feet. Autopilot is on, we are all set to go. The only thing we need to do is manage our instruments here after departure. Engine instruments are looking good. I wonder what the ceiling is. Probably should have looked that up beforehand, huh? So the ceiling, moderate rain. It said overcast cloud deck at 3,000 feet. And it said the ceiling is 3,000 AGL, and we are well surpassed that, so not sure who's wrong here. Microsoft Flight Simulator or the retard data. But regardless, we are following our departure nicely. Maximum speed limit of 250 knots over here. Ice! Oh boy, alright. You know what that means. We gotta get some heat on over here. Go! Alright. Alright, looks like we broke through the rain. Like I said, we still have a speed constraint of 250 knots here. Passing over this waypoint, so we are going to wait to accelerate. Oh, we're breaking through. Should be breaking through any second here. Anyways, we are past 10,000, so... Oh, there we go. Might pop through here any second. Look at that. We are almost at 14,000 feet and we're still not above the ceiling yet. Holy moly. Starting to get a bit bumpy. Look how cool that is. Holy cow.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now serving sandwiches.
Whoa, look at that. Holy. Wow. I don't believe we have our speed constraint anymore, so let's get up to our climb speed. 290. Ooh, big turbulence. Holy crap. Wow. Alright, we are really getting whipped around now, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to know how high this ceiling is, man. That's all I'm interested in knowing. Or not really so much how high the ceiling, but how high is this cloud? Go standard. Oop, I have eyes on the top of the clouds. All right, what do you know? What time is it right now? In the game. 4:47 p.m. Is that the correct time? King, you still in chat? Is that the right time? 4:47 p.m., 4:48 p.m., and is this what you'd normally expect for what it to look like for the time of day? There we go. Finally, breaking through. It's beautiful, it really is. We're going up to 37,000 feet. Remember everybody, if you are new here and you are enjoying what you are seeing, please consider becoming a subscriber. I would really, really greatly appreciate that. We are 1 subscriber away from reaching 700. That itself is a big number. However, the one number that we are really focused on is 750. At 750 subscribers, we will be doing a long haul special. In this long haul special, you guys are going to be able to follow along with me if you have Microsoft Flight Simulator, and be able to fly with me, as it will be a group session on multiplayer. So, that being said, if you are new here, you are enjoying what you're seeing, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you will be notified of whenever I go live. And if you are enjoying these sights, how beautiful the simulator looks, I always make sure I fly all over the world. I fly at night, I fly early in the morning, I fly in the rain, I'm usually, most of the time, I'm always real world weather. I will never turn the weather to a different setting than what it is. Usually that's always what we're sticking with. As far as the real world time goes, sometimes I'll shift that around a little bit, depending on where we are flying in the world. For instance, if I know we're in a place in the world that's going to have a beautiful sunset, I will purposely set it a few hours behind so we can catch that. Wow. Try to get some good screenshots here. It just looks absolutely insane, this simulator. The more and more you fly it, the more and more I am just so impressed with how good it looks. More and more impressed, man. Alright, well, let's get some music going, shall we? Get some tunes rolling. I can't with how absolutely crazy this looks. Like, what in the world? Hold on, I'm just getting screenshots, everybody. Look at that. Holy. That's just absolutely insane. And the good old moon. I think we're going to have to adjust our cruising altitude here because we're supposed to be cruising at 37,000 feet. And I don't really think that's realistic anymore. Just given our climb rate now, we're not going to reach that until we get anywhere near here. So I think what we're going to do is we are going to adjust our cruising altitude to 31,000. And set our altitude to 31,000 here. And then set our speed to 300 knots, which is our cruise speed. Here we go. Geek, what's up, my man? Just leveled off because our airplane is, I wouldn't really say having a hard time climbing. I would just say it's weird. Alright, we need to manage our throttles a little bit here. Our cruise N1 percentage should be 82%. So let's chase that 82. There we go. Perfect. 82%. 82.1, close enough. 82.2. We're good enough there. Remember, if you guys haven't already done so, please consider hitting that subscribe button for me if you are new here and you are enjoying what you are seeing. Enjoying the tunes, enjoying the company, enjoying me and my shenanigans. Trying to find some coffee filters? Oh boy. On average, how much coffee do you drink per day, Geek? I drink coffee all day long, so probably 300 cups. Yeah, I used to really love coffee, and well, I still do. What am I saying? I still really love coffee. I'm not sure exactly if I could equivalent how many cups I exactly drink on the daily, but I think it's about 16 ounces, so about 2 cups. And that's almost an everyday normal for me. It's the first thing I do when I wake up. Go for the coffee. Mr. Nice Guy, what's up, my man? Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. Sorry, the kitty is just freaking out over here. I have to bring her over here for a visit. Mwah. Forcing my love onto my cat. Crazy that I drink so much coffee plus a lot of soda. You know, soda is something that I pretty much completely cut out of my life. I can't tell you the last time I had a soda. I want to say it was my girlfriend's birthday dinner, and that's in August, so... or September. So, yeah. And that was at a restaurant. And the time I had soda before that was probably months beforehand. The only time I went on a crazy soda drinking binge was when Pepsi introduced Pepsi Blue. They reintroduced it and put it on a limited run. Pepsi Blue is probably my favorite soda of all time. It tastes like a blue raspberry cotton candy. And it was just so good. And they brought it back for a little while, and I hope they bring it back around here again soon. Good day, what's going on, Snoopy? How are you? Hope you're having a fantastic day. I have 1 soda a day. I don't drink coffee, though. Yeah, I mean, coffee is one of those things where, It's one of those things for me, it's like I have to have it first thing in the morning as soon as I wake up. If I don't have my coffee as soon as I get up, and, you know, a couple of hours go by and I'm already awake for the day, because my body will just naturally wake up on its own, you know, say like, hey, you haven't given me coffee, what the hell? So my body, of course, will wake up. I'll be tired and everything like that, but if I were to drink coffee at that point, after not drinking it all day, or all morning, I think I would probably, it honestly, it makes me feel sick. It makes me sick to my stomach. I get very, like, I get like an acid reflux, and it's weird. Favorite soda is Mountain Dew Code Red. Yeah, that's a good one. My favorite Mountain Dew is Voltage, though, the blue one. Well, that's not true. I kind of like the, what's the grape one called? What's the grape Mountain Dew called? Black Mass, was it? Or Black something? Black Fizz? Black Static? What was the name of the grape one? Where did I depart from? We departed Stavanger. We departed Stavanger, Norway. And we are heading to Copenhagen, Denmark. So we are getting closer and closer to our top of descent already here, folks, in about 40 nautical miles or so. Purple Thunder, I forget. I'm going to search this now. It's right on the tip of my tongue, I feel. I thought it was black. Pitch Black. It's got to be the name of it. No, there is one called Purple Thunder, but there's another one, Pitch Black. I thought that was the name of it. Yep, Pitch Black. It's had many limited releases, eventually became a permanent flavor, but it's gone now. But, yes, Pitch Black. A grape-flavored Mountain Dew soda. Are you flying more today? Yes, I am. We have one more leg after this. And that second leg is taking us to, let's see, Vilnius in Lithuania. Can I take off from Billund Airport in Denmark, please? You're from Denmark? Sure, you go ahead and put it in the flight requests in the Discord, my friend. A lot of the times, if you notice some flight requests that come through, even though I don't use the actual airplane or do the routes that people request, I always visit the airports that a lot of people put in the chat. So even if you want me to fly to a particular airport, regardless of the airplane or the airline, go ahead and put those in the Discord flight requests as well. That's just honestly the best place that you can go put flight requests, my men. And the only reason why I say that is because I get a lot of them in the chat here, so it's hard for me to remember them. And like I said, I always try to satisfy everybody in their flight requests. It's just hard for me to accompany all of them, and a lot of them are repeats. A lot of the flight requests sitting in the chat right now are ones I've already done before. And I'm sure we'll go back and do the same routes again, you know. We're just got to get to them, that's all. I didn't care for Pitch Black. You see, it was... I've heard a few people say that, and I think that's why it probably didn't stick around near as long as I kind of wished it was going to, because I would drink that flavor religiously. And I kind of feel the same way about Pepsi Blue. Pepsi Blue is the same way for me. I don't know. It's just my favorite Pepsi product. Hey, we got some land. Land ho, everybody. Would you look at that? Stuck AI traffic is mostly due to the airport scenery. Gotcha. Yeah, that's one thing, like I said, with FSLTL that I can't stand. It happens at every airport for me, dude. If I'm being completely real with you, it happens pretty much everywhere I fly. Doesn't really seem to matter. Not exactly sure what the cause of it is, but essentially everywhere we try to go, a lot of the times we have that stuck AI traffic problem. Where is flight request on the Discord? It's in one of the channels. So if you're on a phone, if you click the left-hand menu on my Discord server, you will see a flight request channel, and that's where you can post your requests. You found it? Alright, good. Good, good. So I'm not sure what the deal is right now with Streamlabs. I've been having a lot of issues with Streamlabs lately, and it just almost seems like it doesn't really run that well. Like, it skips all over the place sometimes. Like, as you can see right there, I'm sure you noticed a little bit of lag, and it goes away if I click on Streamlabs itself. If I click on Streamlabs, like, yeah, you see I'm lagging right now, see? All over the place. But if I click on Streamlabs, it goes away completely. I don't have any lag anymore. If I have Streamlabs open, meaning on my left screen, like all the time, it never happens. As soon as I click off of it, like right now, clicking back into the sim, we're back to being laggy again. Look, I don't understand. I really don't understand it. Now we're good. I don't know, man. It's maybe I'm not doing something right. Maybe I don't know. It's irritating though. Alright, there goes top of descent. We need to be below 12,000 feet coming up here, so we're just going to get ourselves set to 12,000. Alright, there goes our TOD. Let's get our vertical speed on. And let's start adjusting to head down. Looks like it wants us at about a descent rate of about 1,800 feet per minute, give or take. And let's get our throttles back now for a descent. But down we go, everybody. Everybody, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button for me and consider becoming a subscriber. I would really, really greatly appreciate that. You'd be doing me a huge favor. Now, for whatever reason, the stream is only skipping when we go to the outside view. It seems to be doing okay right now. But when we're in the outside view, the only way the stream will run smoothly is if I click on Streamlabs itself. As soon as I click back in the sim, it starts getting laggy unless I go into the flight deck. So, I don't know. Weird. I imagine it might have something to do with my RAM. Maybe I know I don't have enough. And that's definitely something I'm going to be investing in. Is there some kind of There's got to be some kind of lighting over here for the autopilot panel. No, because that is just dark. I mean, I can hardly see what I'm clicking on. There's got to be some kind of lighting. Like, there's no way there's not, right? Plenty of lighting for the center, but I'm not seeing any for the autopilot. Does anybody know where that is in the CRJ? Because it drives me absolutely nuts that I can't see what I'm doing. There we go, that's a little better. Okay. Now I can see. Apparently it was these lights up here. There we go. Okay, interesting. Alright, one thing we do need to do is we need to get our landing altitude all plugged in. Darn cat. Cat rubbing up underneath the chair just scared me. Alright, our landing elevation that we need to plug in to our overhead panel is 17 feet. Oh my god, that's bright. Landing elevation 40. Zero. Come on, man. 20. There we go. Close enough. Getting a little bit of turbulence on our descent here. Remember, if you guys are enjoying the stream, please consider becoming a subscriber. I would really, really greatly appreciate that, as well as liking this stream. We are 1 subscriber away from reaching 700. Although that's not our next milestone number, 700 is still a really big number and really absolutely crazy as we climb closer and closer to 750. So please, everybody, if you wouldn't mind, if you are new here and you are enjoying what you are seeing, please consider becoming a subscriber. You have no idea how much it would mean to me, and sure as well as everybody else in the chat. Just making sure that we are staying nice with our descent rate here, which we are. We need to be below 12,000 coming up here. And then we need to be at 250 knots by the time we get to TNO here. So, once we start turning towards that waypoint, we will bring the power levers back so we can descend and slow down. Oh, nice the moon looks. The way the moonlight is in this game, too, is just absolutely insane. The way it reflects off the clouds, it's just nuts. So cool to see that we have accurately represented moonlighting. Last song, everybody. Last song. Insta Gaming, what's up, man? Welcome back. Why black screen? What do you mean? Is the screen black for anybody else? Get ourselves out of standard mode here. Alright, now is where we need to start slowing down to 250, so we'll bring the power levers back just a little bit. Oh, it's nighttime? Yeah. We are getting bumped around quite a little bit here. Alright, music is done, ladies and gentlemen. As we continue along nicely here. Pitch black, can't see a thing. Although, we can come up here now and we can get our wing lights on. There we go. Sorry everybody to spoil everything with the bright light, but we are starting to descend into a populated area, so we want our airplane to be nice and lit up for everybody so that they can make sure that they see us. Just continuing to manage our speed as well, make sure we're going to be at or below 250 knots by the time we reach our next waypoint here. Which it looks like we are going to make that. We are just passing below 260 knots here on our speed tape as we continue along. Alright, give ourselves a little bit more power now so we can stay right at 250. And there we go. Okay. The lights below us looking so lovely. No, it's just absolutely insane now that it is autumn. How much you can smell the autumn air. Like, I can smell winter coming, and fast. I can smell the winter coming for sure. I don't want that to sound too Game of Thrones like. I love this airplane, man, let me tell you. Everybody, hit that like button for me. We're up to 14, absolutely fantastic. And if you are new here and you are enjoying the channel, please consider becoming a subscriber. We are so close to 700 that I can taste it, everybody. And even closer yet to 750. And 750 is the aforementioned long-haul special that everybody can take a ride with me and follow along one of our 7-hour long-haul flights with me. We can all do it together. Alright, so continuing along our descent here. $700 subs, there it is, by your well-wisher. Thank you so much, my friend. That is absolutely fantastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You have no idea how much that means to me, my goodness. So 700, there it is, everybody. 700, only 50 more to go until we reach our next milestone, everybody. Only 50 more people need to stumble along this channel, and we need to hope that we impress them so they stick around. That is absolutely fantastic. You're waiting for me in Copenhagen? Alright, man. Sorry I missed a part of the stream. Have we already been in Gothenburg? And there is the subscription, your well-wisher. Thank you so much, my friend, for the sub. What an absolutely fitting name. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, I really wish I could read what altitude we're supposed to be at right here. Let's see. Looks like 3,000 feet is where we need to be. At least I think that's what that says. Here goes 10,000. Get the rest of our lights on. We should be lit up like a Christmas tree. Oh yeah. Nice and bright. On our way down. Let's get our replay tool ready to go so we don't forget about that. And looking good. Okay. Another thing that I'd like to go down here and take care of is going into our approach and or our radio here, and just making sure that our nav radio is going to be set correctly for the ILS 110.9er. Yep, that is looking correct, so we will come down here. Excuse me, everybody, my apologies. Holy cow, that came out of nowhere. And 110.9er is already set up for us. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm just always so impressed with how nicely the nighttime lighting looks. But give me a second, guys. I'm going to close these blinds because it's going to make it a lot easier for me to see on my monitor here. So give me 2 seconds. There we go. Now I can actually see a little bit. Very important for the pilot to be able to see what he's doing, huh? I would say so. There we go. Get our brightness turned up a little bit there, and lovely. We're doing amazing, right at 250 knots. Slow our descent rate just a little bit here. And we'll just start slowing the airplane down a little bit in general. How insanely cool that is. The night lighting in the simulator is really where I think it shines, personally. Okay, so we're gonna kind of oops, that's not what I meant to do. So we're just going to kind of vector ourselves in here. Because, you know, normally we'd be getting vectored in right now. So we are going to slow our descent down even more to about 500 feet per minute. Keep our speed on the up and up, though. Don't allow ourselves to get too slow. And the reason being is right here, we're going to make a left-hand turn about 5 nautical miles out from the airport, or where we would normally start our approach. So we can then make a right-hand turn and get more established with the localizer and turn downwind. And just make it a lot easier. Waiting for me in Copenhagen? I know, I see you, buddy. I saw the message from Ed. Yeah, 700 subs. How absolutely amazing. That's such a big number. 700 even. That's just absolutely incredible, man. All of you guys, really, you are just all way too kind, and the channel is growing and gaining way more attention than I ever thought it would have. You know, it's just absolutely nuts. And you guys are all wonderful for all of your support that you have provided me over the most recent weeks. Alright, now we will start to bring the airplane down to a slow. And let's hope we can get the wonderful CRJ buttered in, everybody. I've only landed this airplane about 5 times, if I'm being completely honest with you, and 2 of those times, well, that's not true. I've landed the airplane a lot more than that. I don't have too much flight time in it, though. Believe it or not, I only did about 3 practice flights with it before I started streaming with it, and then the 2 streams that we've done with it, so I need to make sure I master the art of the CRJ. Alright, we are going to start that turn I was talking about here. Let's come over here to our performance. Let's get our VREF set, 137. Amy, what's up? Great, let's make our right-hand turn. Butter? I hope so, man. Hope so. Alright, and there's our runway out there. Alright, let's get a notch or our slats extended. We got flaps to 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to land. Please notice the cabin lights have been turned off, as this is a normal procedure for a nighttime landing.
Flaps 20. Alright, everybody, get our replay tool going. There it is. Enjoy the arrival, everybody, into Copenhagen. Flaps 30. Just getting ourselves in a good position here. Get our mic in a good position as well. There we go. Get our volume back up. Enjoy, everyone. Gear coming down. Flaps 41. Or 45, rather. At about 1,000 feet, we'll go my control. That airplane doing going right in front of us? Bumpy ride, I'd say so. Winds are gusting at 20 knots right now. Holy Toledo, alright. Not enjoying this in row 18? Promise you, I'm not enjoying it up here either, my friend.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Touchdown, baby. My goodness. Well, we made it. Oh, rough front gear touchdown, but holy cow. That was nuts. I was about to initiate a go-around there, my friends. Holy moly. Well, all right. If you guys need a fresh change of pants, there will be some waiting for us at the gate. But holy cow. that was I'm not sure. Winds at 17 knots at 155.
Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop.
That explains why we floated so hard there. Well, all right. Holy. Yeah. That was very stressful. Let's get our flaps all the way forward here. Almost had to go around, man. I thought about it. I was almost like, you know what? Good job. Thank you, my friend. We touched down very late, but we floated like crazy, and the airplane did not want to get put down. And I wasn't going to force the nose forward. But, I mean, what did we touch down at? 122 knots. Our VREF speed was 137. Wow. But if we had a 17 knot headwind, slight headwind there pushing on us, you'd boost that speed up a little bit. So we did technically come in a little bit fast, according to the winds, and I think that's why maybe we floated a little bit there, and we had to wait for the speed to get way down, because our landing speed was probably about 135-ish, if I had to guess. Also, I have no idea where we are going at this airport. Once we get straightened out here, I will take a look at the chart and find out where an appropriate parking facility will be for us. Parking stands. Okay, so we can select one through GSX here. Gate A, B, and C. Wow, okay, we actually have all the numbers. Let's choose C. We will go with C. Oh, they're all taken. All the C's are taken. Never mind. I don't want C anymore. GSX, get out of here. Give me another option, because there's no available parking spots there. So what about A? Medium, large. Okay, not A either. But B. Small, gate B4. Alright. Nope, we don't need to follow me. We should be able to get there on our own. SAS is the ground crew. And alright, we just got a taxi straight ahead here, then we're gonna cross runway 12. And then we'll be at the gate. Alright. I think we can get our anti-ice off now. I don't really see any need for that to be on anymore. This airplane gets up and moving so quickly. Doesn't it look like we're going faster than 20 knots on the ground? Remember, everybody, if you are new here, you are enjoying what you're seeing, enjoying how I just buttered that landing, despite being all over the place with the wind and all that happy stuff. Please consider becoming a subscriber. We'd really greatly appreciate that. That's the first time I've landed this airplane in heavy winds, and boy, let me tell you, she was being thrusted around. She was being pushed around, man. She didn't really like that too much, but it's okay. We are coming up on crossing runway 12 here. right, and gate B4, I believe, is the last one on the right once we make our next right-hand turn. Yep, or the second to last one, third to last one on the right up here. Once we turn right to head towards... Now this airplane probably wouldn't use a gate here in this part of the world, but around my neck of the woods we see CRJs parked at gates all the time. So that's why we are just kind of going for it, and I can see our gate right there with all of our stuff ready for us. Yep, there it is. Let's see. Going outside real quick just to see how we're gonna have to swing this turn here. Where this thing wants you to park sometimes is just like absolutely ridiculous. What a parking job. Alright, engines are... Well, we're not going to cut the engines because we need to come over here back to our view and we need to get our flaps going for the replay. We need to head back inside too and get our lights on also. Okay. Couldn't find me? Oh, we don't have multiplayer on, my friend. No multiplayer today.
Terrain. 1,000.
The captain aborted the takeoff. Please remain in your seat.
Seriously? Yeah, I'm not joking. Sorry about that, man. Yeah, this was windy and gusty. Look at all this. was a crazy one. Whoa. Not smooth landing. Winds at 155 degrees, so we landed gusty. In case you couldn't tell. So we'll get a view from the other side here. Before we do that.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
We always get the don't sink warning from this view.
Don't sink.
Even though we didn't have the don't sink warning when we were flying.
Don't sink. 400. Don't sink.
A couple of these gusts of wind here were pretty
Don't
pretty
sink.
nuts.
Don't sink. 200. Don't sink. Don't sink. 100. Don't sink. 50. 40. 30. Don't sink. 20.
Well, let's get one more view. Yeah, look at our airplane. Oh yeah. That's when you can see what we were dealing with here. And it got particularly bad right before touchdown. Gust of wind just before touchdown that kind of bumped us around a little bit. Well, I mean, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm going to be completely honest with you. Oops, GSX.
Please remain seated until the aircraft is
You know what they say?
completely
Good
stopped.
landing is a landing you can walk away from.
Oh, you sarcastic son of a gun, you. Alright, let's get our engines powered down here. Get our fuel pumps off. Beacon strobes are off, that's good. Wing lights can stay on. Hydraulic pumps, we'll get those off. Same thing with our heats. Alright. Other than the weird parking job they had us do, I would say that everything seemed to go pretty smoothly there. We're not going to get jetway access because we never do after we use a replay function. But anyways, welcome everybody to Copenhagen. That was our first leg. Our second leg will be beginning momentarily while I get the Simulator all reset and ready to go for our second leg. And our second leg is taking us to Lithuania, everybody. Lithuania should be very, very fun. Am I going to fly a request on Discord? I want to see it. Well, what was your request, my friend? You have to be a little bit more specific than that. I get a lot of them, a lot of requests on there, my friend. Oh, Boland Airport, Denmark, departing runway 27, Shania Airport, arrival, Greece Crete Airliner, jet time PMDG 737-800. I want to see me make the route. Well, SimBrief does that for me, my friend. SimBrief does that for me. That makes the route, and then I just simply put it in the FMC. But regardless, I will be right back, everybody. I need to get the simulator all reset so we can continue on. And then we'll head on to Lithuania, everybody. So this should be a very good one. I will be right back. Grab a drink, grab a snack, stretch your legs, do whatever it is you need to do. I will be right back. Alright everybody, welcome back. Here we are, still sitting in Copenhagen. We are heading over to Lithuania, everybody. Should be a very good flight. We've never been to Vilnius before. Vilnius International Airport in Vilnius, Lithuania. So this one should be really fun. Like I said, it's a very small looking, charming little airport. Really looking forward to visiting here. It's got two runways, one strip, one runway, 8,251 feet in length. So plenty enough room for our lovely little CRJ here. Who we have taxiing behind us? Oh, nobody. Just sounds like he's getting his engine started. A Norwegian 737-800 beside us there. Our airplane is currently in turnaround state. The APU got shut down, and we need to get ready to go here. So if we head inside the flight deck here, you can see everything's kind of still where we left it. The only thing I would like to do, however, is come in here and get our passengers all set so we can begin flying. So we come over here to performance. This is where we need to get all of our information loaded in. So if we look at Volanta, not Volanta, Simbrief, we have 76 passengers on board for this next leg. Go, not quite a full flight, but that's no big deal. We have 4,200 pounds of cargo coming with us, so it's going to make us completely full up front. And then in the rear, we are going to have 2,500 pounds. There we go. And then the amount of fuel that we are taking with us, 11,361 pounds. There we go, set payload and simulator. There we go. Why is our airplane jumping all over the place? Is it that windy that it's making our airplane shake like that? I mean, holy. Okay, that is looking good. That is looking good. All right, let's come on down here to the FMC and let's get everything going with our flight plan. Before we do that, we're going to ask GSX to start the boarding process. Farmer, what's going on, man? Welcome. Hoping you are having a fantastic day. Okay, our routing. We are going Echo Kilo Charlie Hotel for Copenhagen. And then we are heading over to Echo Yankee Victor India. Echo Yankee Victor India. Open forward cargo. Oh yes. How silly of me. There we go. That's for Vilnius, Lithuania. We're really looking forward to that one. Our flight number is staying the exact same, which is Sierra Kilo 1954. There we go. Our alternate airport is Echo Papa Mike Oscar. There we go. And right after our departure, we're going direct to Emax. That in. From Keymax, we are heading on the Z, or Zulu 4990. Zulu 490. Don't you like how I said Z? I almost rather prefer it would be Z over Zulu. But that's just me. From there, we are heading to Kotam, Kilo Oscar Tango Alpha Mike. From Kotam, we're going direct to Giessen, Golf India Sierra Oscar November. From Giessen, we are hopping on the Alpha 945. From there, we are going to Ballet, which is Bravo Alpha Lima India Tango. From there, we're hopping on the November 183. From there, we're heading to Akuma. Alpha Kilo Uniform Mike Alpha. From Akuma, we're hopping on the Lima 749 Airway. And we are taking that to Nidan, which is November Echo Delta Alpha Mike. And then after that, we are going to select our arrival. So let's execute that in. Let's go over here to departures and arrivals. We are leaving on runway 22 right. And we are taking the Climax 5C. Looks like we have the 4C, not the 5C. That's okay. It should be relatively the same. Go exec that in. Coming back over here to the departure arrival index, we are going in on runway 1. Runway 1. And we will take the ILS on that one. And we are going in using the NEDAM 2A. There it is. Alright, looking awesome. We'll execute that in. Let's come over here to our legs and just make sure that everything is looking groovy. Oh, we have a discontinuity here that we need to get rid of. Alright, looking fantastic. Alright, I trust that. We'll exec that in. It's time to go over to our perf init page. We need to visit our FMC again. Come over to performance and we will copy perf init data to FMS. That takes care of that for us. And we are cruising at 35,000 feet for this one. Go exec that in. VNAV setup. 290 for the climb speed. It's looking good. 300 for the cruise speed. And 290 for our descent speed. All right. Perfect. I am A-okay with that. All right. Now, let's get our APU all fired up, get the APU salvo open, and hit the start button. It's going to get us all fired up here. Why did our jetway disconnect? This thing sometimes, man. Alright, so they are just beginning with loading up the baggage. While we're waiting, let's go take a tour around the cabin, shall we? Can we get back there from here? Not sure. No, I don't think that we can open the door, right? I know that there's an entry switch over here. Oh, unlocked. Will it allow us to open the door now? No, I'm not thinking so. Using the toilet? No, we're in the cockpit. I was just gonna try to see if we can get in the cabin. We can from here. But here's the cabin on board the CRJ-900. The seats are looking very FSX. 2x2 configuration. The textures in here are not the nicest, obviously. But that's no big deal. I mean, what can you expect, right? What can you expect? Okay, now that the APU is fired up, let's head up top. Let's get our air conditioning on. Oops, it's already on. Get our recirculating fan on for us. We'll get our windshield heat on. Hydraulic pumps can stay off for now, no need for those. Alright. We can come down here, we can get our stab trims all set, get our mock trim engaged, and get our yaw dampers taken care of. Emergency lights, we need to arm those. There we go. Alright. Now we just need to wait for our lovely grounds crewmen there to finish getting all of our passengers' baggage set up and ready to go. Another thing that we need to do is get our autopilot set. We are cruising at 35,000 feet, so we'll just come over here and get this set to 350. Go 350 set there, and then our runway heading. Going coming out of runway 22 right. Should be right around 220 degrees, but we always just like to make sure. 217. And there we go, 217. All set for us. We got our flight directors armed as well. That's all set. Now, let's get our arrival altitude, which is 649 feet, so we'll just say 650. So we come get our landing elevation here. And then we look down, we are at 360, and we need 650. So nearly there. $580, 600, 640. That's going to be about as close as we can get. So that will have to do. All right. Excellent. Our airplane is pretty much all configured here, folks. Nothing more that we need to do. Come up here, we can get these domes kind of turned down just a little bit. No need to have those so blatantly, oops, that's not what I want to do. No need to have those so blatantly bright anymore. And yeah, now we just wait for these guys to finish up here, which will be any second it looks like. Nice airplane taking off there. Now FSLTL is working pretty nicely. Wizz Air, looks like he just came in for a landing, it looks like, or maybe he's taking off, I can't really tell. Maybe he's taking off. I think he's taking off, yeah, he's gotta be. Wizz Air, A320, he's just leaving. There he goes. We have this Norwegian leaving now, too. Busy place. Alright, looks like he is going to be all set here. He's just finishing up putting the final bags on for us. And there you go. Now he's done. Butter loading that luggage, I know, right? So gentle. Maybe because he knows we're watching. Okay. Let's get back inside the flight deck now. We need to come over here. Boarding complete. We need to come over here, and we need to get our passenger doors closed, and we need to get the cargo doors closed as well. We need to get the wheel chocks removed, and we will request pushback and disconnect our jet. Goodbye, sir. You are sweaty, huh? My goodness, a very Krispy Kreme donut over there. It's how glossy your face is. Alright, come up over top. Let's get our fuel pumps on. And APU generator is on, it's good. Let's get our hydraulic pumps on as well. And let's get our propellant on also. Jesus. I know, right? Wasn't that scary? Still says external power is available, but the truck is gone. Oh my god, look. Just standing inside the airplane. That's so funny. Okay. And we are ready for start. Just came out of the womb, I know, right? That's what I'm saying. You're looking awfully shiny there, my guy. You doing all right? Do you take a water pill that you happen to forget? Start the left engine first today. Well, on this leg, rather. And we need tail left.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear.
All right.
Start at wheel.
Let's get our left hand going first. Two ignition on. And 2 rotation. And 1 rotation, oil pressure, building. 3, Alright, 20% N2, we will lift this little red lever here and move our throttle lever into idle, and then she will come to life. Then let's come over and have a listen. Guys, in the grounds crew, we don't really have a lot of room over here, so I'm not sure where you are pushing us. Okay, alright, we're gonna stop you now. Oh my goodness.
Listen, parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Getting our right hand engine going now. N2 percentage is rising. And 1 rising as well. Oil pressure. Starting to build. And same procedure. 20% N2. We'll flip this little red switch up here and move ourselves to idle.
You will be instructed to get into the brace position, which is executed by placing your head between your knees with your hands over your head. We would also like to remind you that you should turn off all electronic devices. We thank you for paying attention during this brief presentation.
Alright. Engine number 2 is coming alive. Let's let them know that we have good engine starts.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Wait to get our taxi lights on until they disconnect from the airplane. What in the world? I found the bypass pin. It's in the cockpit and it's levitating slowly but surely, going right through our MCP.
Unlocking gear.
Wow. Would you look at that? Oh, and now it's gone. Ha! Ridiculous, man. Why are we so high?
Bypass pin removed.
That was interesting.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Anyways, let's get flaps to 20. And we will come over here and set all of our V speeds. Well, we'll set it to 20 knots. We can get our nose lights on now and our taxi lights on as well. Passenger signs, we never turned those on before, but oh well, who needs them? Continuous ignition can come off now, our APU will come off also. I think we are pretty much good to go here. Alright, and we're going to get our reversers armed as well, just in case we need to abort our takeoff. Alright, let's release our parking brake. She just said have a good trip, so she's going to leave. Release the parking brake. We are going to start rolling. And let's get on out of here. It was a very interesting pushback experience. Between the pushback crew nearly putting us into the side of an Airbus A320 behind us. Okay, and then we have the Ghostbusters bypass pin. But other than that, we were good. Okay, I think we can get our dome light at least to dim for now. No longer need that on full blast. It is busy here. We just had an Iberia go by us on the runway there. We are looking very, very busy. I just hope that those airplanes are taking off on the same runway that we are looking to depart from. Which I'm not thinking is the case. We need to take this left right here. and then our next right. Our next right, and then we'll be able to cross runway 12 again, which it looks like that's where all those airplanes are departing from. Have an airplane waiting, so that's perfect. So we're going to be able to cross right across here. Well, certainly hope everybody's having a good Thursday. Hope you are enjoying the streams. If you guys haven't done so already, please like the stream. I would really appreciate that. And if you are new here, you are enjoying the lovely CRJ-900, please consider becoming a subscriber as well. That would really make my day. We surpassed 700. I believe the last time we looked, we were at 701, which is just absolutely phenomenal. We are making much more progress with this channel than I ever imagined we would. Take Alpha 4 right here to get onto the runway. We're going to turn and burn, so let's get our strobes on and get our landing lights on so we can get on out of here. Alright, power levers come up 40%. Enjoy the departure, everybody.
Procedure for a nighttime takeoff.
Alright, and setting takeoff power. Positive rate, gear up. Oh yeah, it's still windy up here, 22 knots. Oh, alright. Alright, 22 knots. That's absolutely insane for this little airplane. Congrats on 700. Thanks, King. Appreciate that, my friend. Alright. So, flying power coming in. And we will get our speed and nav on and autopilot engaged. There we go. Do an Africa tour with a plane. Nice. What airplane? Let's just say we're in a CRJ-900. We're in a 9 with the FlyLiveStudios. It says CRJ-8. Interesting. Whatever. Alright, we're going to go to 250 knots now on the speed. Flaps coming to 8 degrees. Coming clean. And slats are tracked. You don't know which one? Alright, cool. Well, enjoy your scenery in Africa, my friend. Nice take off, thanks, Farmer. The winds aren't near us. Yeah, still, look at that. It's almost a direct headwind, but we are getting bumped around quite a bit. 21 knots steady on the winds up here, so we had a pretty bumpy takeoff. The winds have been right around the same from our arrival. They're heading for about the same direction. We were getting bumped around quite a bit. I think what I'll end up doing is trying to listen to the ATIS at our next airport, or try to look it up and find out exactly what runways they are using, because if it's going to be mimicking the real world weather, then I need to adjust for our arrivals so we don't get put in that situation again that we did in the last arrival, because I have a feeling that we probably shouldn't have landed on that runway. We probably should have landed on, based on the winds, the direction they were coming from, we probably should have landed on runway 12. That would have given us a direct headwind. We would have had no problem. No, I lied, runway 30. If we would have came in on runway 30 for that one, we probably would have had a lot easier time putting the airplane down. But alright. 10,000 feet, there we go. We'll come up to our climb speed of 290 knots. Oh, this looks something at a close encounters of the third kind. What's up with our strobe lights? Look absolutely ridiculous. sandwiches. Boy. Ain't nothing wrong with some sandwiches, let me tell you. Sandwiches. Up, and away we go. Our range zoomed out here for us. Now we are leading into the wind now. So, we're not into the wind. We have a tailwind, 30 knots. So we should be getting a little bit of a speed boost here. There we go. There's our transition altitude. So we will lower this down. Go, there's standard, 1013. And we are still climbing out a rocket, 2,800 feet per minute. On our way up to 35,000 feet. I really love this airplane. This airplane's absolutely fantastic. If you're considering getting this and you're on the fence, if you are on the fence with getting this airplane, I don't think you really need to be on the fence at all because it's just absolutely fantastic. Everything about it, the way it flies, the way it feels, it just feels like an overall well-polished, good product. And that's why you pay $70 for it, my friends. That's exactly why you will pay $70 for it. I have about an hour left on the time to go, which isn't exactly terrible. About an hour and 15-minute flight in total. Let me turn my camera a little bit to show my flight controls so you guys can more see what I'm doing here with the throttles when we are controlling them. There we go. Because like I said, this airplane requires a lot of that. For the most part, I mean, it's very easy to manage. So if anybody, like I said, when it comes to this airplane is trying to learn it in regards to your throttles, I mean, you can see right here, you have a takeoff, go around, you have climb and max power, and then idle. So right now we're in climb mode. And what that's going to do is that's going to keep the throttles at 90.8%. So, I mean, I guess you could say it has auto throttle, but only during climb. And I really don't think it has any other type of... It doesn't have any type of auto throttle system other than that. And once you get up to your cruising altitude, you need to adjust your power. But it will tell you right here what your cruise N1 percentage should be. So just kind of fine-tune that in, which can be a little bit of a pain. But get it within a range of it. If it's, like, for instance, it's probably going to be, like, 84 for us. But if you're at 84.8 or 83.7, you know, it's, who cares? You're losing, what, 2 or 3 knots if you're a little bit slower than that. But we're already at Mach 7.1. And we still have that tailwind that's going to give us a little bit of a boost for a little while longer, but we're going to turn right and it's become more of a crosswind, so 457 knots, we shouldn't be expecting that for too much longer. We'll probably be right around 425-ish once we turn right here and get out of the tailwind. I just really hope that we'll be able to meet our cruising altitude We weren't able to last time. The airplane was climbing too shallowly. But yeah, 35,000 feet. We're only about 7,500 feet away from reaching that. And not much going on my way of activity here. It's a night flight. Everybody's probably tired. Well, I mean, it's not really that late. What time is it right now? What time is it game time? 6:44. Need to go now. Have a nice flight. Bye. Alright, Farmer. Take care, my friend. Thank you for being here. As always, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, my friend. Alright, let's get our music situation ready to go here, shall we? Get ourselves some tunes on. $703 subscribers now. Holy moly. Alright, 47 more to go, folks. 47 more to go until 750. Absolutely insane. And we are about 1 week away from the 40th anniversary releases for the simulator, everybody. $35,000 feet, here we come. $31,000. Alright, everybody, I need to use the restroom real quick. So I'm going to throw the restroom sign up. I will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Get a beverage, stretch your legs, and be right back. Alright. I have returned. Now we're doing 489 knots on the ground speed, 34,000 feet. Lovely. Still climbing nicely. Let's set ourselves in. As far as lighting is concerned, for the nighttime mood. Here we go, 35,000 feet. And we are right at the optimum performance of our engines, 95.1% N2, or N1. So we are doing nicely. Still have a very nice tailwind pushing us along. Close to 500 knots on the ground speed, holy moly. So we are absolutely hauling ass. We are hauling, you guys. Absolutely hauling. Remember, if you are enjoying the stream or you are new here, please remember to like the stream for me. Would really appreciate that. Get the YouTube algorithm to do its thing. As well as if you are new here and you are enjoying the stream, please consider becoming a subscriber as well. And turning on notifications for the channel so you never miss when I go live and miss out on any of these fantastic streams. Of which, well, at least I'd like to think they're fantastic. I don't know why I get told they're fantastic, so I tend to have the same opinion. Don't mean to sound conceited. But if you're enjoying what you're seeing, like I said, please consider becoming a subscriber and come hang out with us more often. We stream anywhere between 3 to 4 times per week. Usually it's right around 4 times. We aren't going to be able to stream tomorrow, though. Actually, no, we do have a stream tomorrow. Saturday, everybody. Saturday, we will not be having a stream, unfortunately, but there will be a stream on Sunday. Reason being, there is not going to be a stream on Saturday. It's just I got some stuff going on. And Sunday, I start my new job on Monday as well, so I'm not sure what time I'm going to be getting home from that, but I'm going to set a stream for 5:30 Eastern. I have a feeling I'll be home before then. And that's probably going to be the streaming schedule on Mondays and Fridays moving forward. Is probably going to be 5:30 Eastern time, so a little bit later for all of my viewers in Europe and overseas. So my apologies in advance right off the bat for that, but it's really the best that I can do is about 5:30, and I know that's getting close to around midnight for a lot of you guys, like I said, from Europe. So again, right off the rip, my apologies for that, but it's it is what it is, you know. I gotta work. I gotta go to my day job. Delicious water. Uh-oh. I lost track of my vape. I'm gonna go find it. Hold on. Found it. All right. You know me, I can't go without this thing on my side. It's actually kind of sad, but... Wow. Nearly 500 knots on the ground speed. That is crazy good. So because of that, we are definitely getting boosted along, and this flight is definitely not going to take the full hour and 15 original slated flight time. And we are, like I said before, we are getting closer and closer to Sim Update 11, folks. Sim Update 11, we are all, I'm sure, very excited for. And the main reason why I'm excited for it is mainly, you know, it's, of course, the AnyBuilds A310. Let's go, you hit 700? Oh yeah, I did it just a little while ago, my friend. Just a little while ago, Ryan. 700 was achieved. I believe that we're currently chilling right at, what, 703? 703, I believe, which means we have, yep, 703. We have less than 50, everybody. Less than 50 to go. 47 more until we hit 750. And 750 is when we will have our long-haul subscriber special. We'll be at 1,000 soon? Yeah, I hope so. Hope so. Just hit the 3-hour mark on the stream. Been live for 3 hours now. Combined yesterday, I think we were live for what, almost 7? We started at 11 o'clock and ended right around 4:35. So 6 hours or so, but yesterday's stream took so long because we had to troubleshoot so many problems that we were having with OBS. OBS has been pretty nice to us today. It did have a mess up earlier on. Not exactly sure why, but before, it's not doing it on this flight, but before, whenever I'd go to the exterior view of the airplane, OBS would stutter and we'd start to lose connection. And unless I was actually clicked on it, so if I went over to my other screen, it would start stuttering. But if I went over to OBS and I actually opened, like clicked on it and made it my active program that I can kind of manipulate, the stutters went away. So I really don't understand the deal with that. Yeah, anyways, like I was saying, Sim Update 11, I just really hope that with Sim Update 11 comes a lot of really, really needed just the way of life improvements on the sim. And by that I mean just minor improvements that really will fix general problems that the simulator has and has had for quite a long time. That's the one thing that I'm very looking forward to. Of course, there's the AnyBuilds A310, and even the DC-3 that will be coming along with it by Aeroplane Heaven. The DC-3, I definitely think we're going to be doing some vintage airline ops with that for sure. Doing some United ops with it. Now that's a very slow airplane, let me tell you. I mean, we'll still do hour flights, which means we'll only be traveling about 180 nautical miles in that hour because of how slow the DC-3 is. But that's no problem. It's not about the distance, it's about the airplane. At least in my opinion. We are over a body of water right now. What body of water is this? The Baltic Sea. Alright, cool. It's just absolutely insane, too, the amount of people on Volanta just flying everywhere and anywhere at any given time. The craziest thing about Volanta too is it gives you the name of the roads, which I didn't really realize before. If you zoom way in on the map, you can see the name of the roads, which is just nuts. We're doing on the ground speed 495 still. We are just absolutely rocket shipping right now. You know what I found funny? I posted a short about a bumpy and rainy arrival into KPVD, which is my local airport. I took it right off one of my streams. And the title of the short is Bumpy Arrival into KPVD. Hashtag Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, somebody commented on that video. And you wanna know what they said? Simulator ... Really? It's almost like it's in the title that you obviously didn't read. Man. You know, it's so funny because I'm not really used to having, I wouldn't really so much having, say, like, deal with that. I find it really hard to bite my tongue sometimes. Like, sometimes I just feel like replying to the comment and saying, like, yeah, it's fully disclosed that it's a simulator, my friend. Maybe I'm just being a little too, I don't want to say sensitive is the right word, but annoyed over something simple. I just love the simulator ... Almost like he thinks he's telling us something. He's telling us something we didn't know. Oh, I wonder if he knows this is a simulator. I gotta tell him. Getting a little bumpy. We're getting bumped around by turbulence just a little bit. Not too terrible, though. So, chat, what are you guys most excited for with Sim Update 11? Anything in particular? Other than the great airplanes that we are going to be receiving? Foot, what's up, my man? He says, just came back from school. Well, I hope you had a great day at school, Foot. Hope it was a good one, my friend. So much traffic? Oh, God. Yeah, I can only imagine. You know, traffic is the biggest... I've always said this. Traffic is the biggest waste of time. And sometimes you can't help but to sit in it, right? I mean, you really don't have any choice most of the time. But think about how wasteful of time traffic is. The longest I've ever been in traffic before was several years ago. I was on my way home, and I was working third shift at the time, so I used to work midnight to 8 a.m., which I really don't miss doing. And I was leaving work at 8 o'clock, got on the highway, and there was a huge accident, unfortunately. And like multiple cars, multiple lanes, like both sides of the highway were shut down to the point of where the traffic was so backed up, people just shut their cars off. And that's what I did. I shut my car off, and I actually fell asleep and dozed off in the car. And it was about 3 hours until we were able to start moving, once that car accident was completely clear. Nuts, man. I was mad because I knew you were going to stream and I wanted to watch. Well, you're here now, my friend. There was an accident and a truck fell over. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Hopefully everything, or everybody is okay. Gray, what's up, my man? Or my friend, rather, sorry. Hope you are having a fantastic Thursday. They were fine? Good. Good to hear. Got about 90 nautical miles until the top of our descent. You saw them climbing out, no harm? Good. Good. I don't know why, but the CRJ looks like an A320. Yeah, I guess I can see what you mean. Mainly by the screens and everything like that. Autopilot is a little bit similar as well. You know, this cockpit, when you first look at it, it's a little weird because you have all this over here in your face. I mean, you have this which sticks up so much more. But once you get used to it, it's actually a pretty charming little airplane to fly around in. You had a history test? Nice. Hope you passed. Hope you paid attention. Because I'm sure you've heard this before from parents, relatives, people in the school system or which you attend. Studying and paying attention in school is perhaps the most important thing that you could ever do in your young life, and take it seriously. I took it very seriously, and unfortunately I know several people that didn't. You know, and they regret it and wish they did several years down the line. Hopefully you passed. I'm hoping so you did too, man. I'm sure you did. History is one of those subjects that, my favorite subject next to any sciences that I took. But history was one of those things that I always enjoyed, because it was just always fun and fascinating to learn about all the history of the world, especially not even focusing so much on the history of your own country, but learning about World War II and World War I and many various other conflicts. It's just, that's the most interesting subject to me when I was in school. And of course, other than the sciences too, because I took meteorology and all that. I have to use a translator because I'm Russian? No problem. No problem, my friend. Last leg? Yeah, unfortunately, this is the last one foot. Only 2 today. That's because it's such a beautiful day here, and, you know, kind of get the afternoon to myself leading up to when I start my new job on Monday. I have the next few days off, so I've had the whole week off. But starting my new job on Monday, I kind of want to have the afternoons to myself to decompress and everything like that, you know? You have no work? No. I left my other job when I got this new one, and I set it up to where I could have a week off before I start my new job. So I left my other job, effective the end of last week, and am starting this new one on Monday. And I took this entire week off just to kind of get refreshed, get a new mindset to go into the new job with a healthy and de-stressed mindset, and happy. Stream tomorrow, yep. Yep, 11 o'clock a.m. A320neo, Spirit Airlines. You like flying at night? So do I. I fly in all times of the day. Not Spirit. Don't worry, I'll make sure we're taken care of. Make sure I clean up. Oh yeah. Already have that scheduled for Saturday morning. Oh, I see. Make sure you clean up after the flight. Gotcha. Maybe gonna miss tomorrow's stream. No worries, my friend. No worries. I'll be streaming on Sunday. No stream on Saturday, but I will be streaming on Sunday for sure. So you'll be able to catch that one in its entirety. My school has bonfire night, aka fireworks. Nice. You flew on Spirit Airlines? Sorry, but I didn't like it. Yeah, I've heard that several times. I've never flown on them. That's unfortunately one of those things where when you're paying such a low price for those tickets and those seats, you know, if you look at it from a point A to B perspective, like, excuse me, didn't mean to yawn. You know, if you are looking for a good A to B type experience in an airline, meaning you just need to get where you're going and that's it, and you only need to fly for an hour or so, or 2 hours tops, I think Spirit is perfectly fine. But if you plan on taking any flights longer than that, I think it's really where it can get uncomfortable. Speaking of which, my girlfriend took Spirit Airlines from Boston to Las Vegas non-stop. Now that's about 4.5, 5 hours. And she said that it got really uncomfortable and everything towards the end, and, you know, so it's to be expected. You know, and you can say the same thing for Southwest Airlines and Frontier, too. Their seats aren't that comfortable. You're crammed in there like sardines. You know what I mean? So it's just not really, and that's why you pay such a low price, is you're sacrificing that kind of amenities versus flying with Etihad or Emirates or anything. Spirit Airlines is a low budget? Oh yeah. I wouldn't say low budget, low cost. Low cost. And so is Southwest Airlines, and so is Frontier, and so is Wizz, and so is, you know, a lot of those airlines. A lot of them are low cost. So is Hop and all that. Ryanair, exactly. Look at our METAR data here. Wizz Air from Poland? No, I believe it is from Budapest. Budapest. Which is in... Where is Budapest? It's in Hungary, right? Hungary? If I'm not mistaken. I believe it's Hungary. Right, METAR data for Vilnius International Airport in Lithuania. Visibility is greater than 10 kilometers. Winds west-northwest at 3 knots. Lovely. Scattered clouds at 700 and broken clouds at 2300. Okay, no significant weather observed at this time, so it just looks like we have a little bit of cloud cover all the way down at 700 feet. A321 does so long flights, it sure can. Especially the XLR, extra long range, that JetBlue has acquired. And they do flights from London all the way to, London all the way to New York and Boston. We did that flight once, but we did it in the A320neo, and we made it with no problems. I thought you wrote Aeroflot, and this is Aerosoft? No, not Aeroflot, my friend. The Aerosoft CRJ. Even though, for some reason, and I'm not really sure as to why, our FlyLiveStudios right up here has us listed as a CRJ-900. And not a 900, and this is a 900. So not sure exactly what the deal is with that. Probably just FlyLive not really knowing what it's talking about. But we're coming up on TOD right there at about 20 nautical miles, so let's start referencing our chart here. You flew on a CRJ? Nice. And let's see what we have. Mandatory 2,700 feet before we get established on the ILS. Montreal and New York? Yep, that sounds like a CRJ flight to me. Okay. Let's get our dome lights on again so I can see what I'm doing with the autopilot here. 2,700 feet is the altitude which I am going to plug in. There we go. And as far as the altitudes we need to meet, we need to be at 10,000 feet over there and 250 knots. Okay, so we'll be good. I'm just checking to make sure that this is going to work out properly. 52 minutes? Yeah. I'm already tired of writing as a translator. I need to learn English. Well, you know, I would say just look up lessons online or using... You must be able to understand me pretty well. If you can understand me, say yes in the chat if you can understand me. Unless you're using closed captions, that might be translating. But yeah, as far as learning English goes, I mean, the best thing you could probably do would be to just search some lessons or search some classes and then really just watch anything that's in English. YouTube videos about different subjects so you know how to pronounce certain things. Hey bro, aren't you going to descend? Yep, we will be descending in about 3 nautical miles. I need to learn American. Alright, there is top of descent. We will get vertical speed on here. Let's get us down to about 2,100 feet per minute to start. And we will begin bringing our power levers down. Can I get a woo-ha? Fuck yeah, this is America. I can only imagine what foreign news outlets say about life in America. Can only imagine. Love the British accent, oh yeah. Having pizza for dinner, nice. I'm not sure what we're doing yet. I gotta come up with something here. Right after the stream ends, I will probably start perusing our cupboards and decide what we want to do. This is the first time we talk to a streamer that speaks English. Very cool. Very, very cool. Well, I'm glad that you are enjoying the content, my friend. And thank you for being here. Appreciate that. And remember, everybody, if you haven't done so already, please hit that like button on this stream for me. I would really, really greatly appreciate that. Get this stream up to as many likes as we possibly can. Get the YouTube algorithm to do its thing and get this stream out there to everybody. And if you are new here and also enjoying the stream, please hit that subscribe button. I would really, really greatly appreciate that. Are we going down? Yes, we are. We are descending. We are indeed descending. Look at all that moonlight. Probably only going to be time for one more song, everybody, just to let you guys know. Nicola, hello. Also, what's the next planned flight? If there is one, tomorrow, my friend. Tomorrow's stream starts at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be in Spirit Airlines. Having pizza now? Nice. And really, the one thing about the CRJ is coming over here and just looking at your display here and just making sure that your speed is right in line and making sure that your star is right in the center here and making sure that you are following the recommended descent rate that the airplane would like you to follow. And that's really the most difficult thing I would say about flying this airplane, is just managing this and getting used to managing it. But once you get the hang of it, it gets pretty simple. Like, I just had to adjust our vertical speed just a little bit to get us to about 2,400 feet per minute. And that's what makes it tough, guys. Like, if you notice during our descent, I don't really come out to the wing view all that often. And then the reason is it's difficult to do so. It's difficult to do so in this airplane. Like I just said, you can't really go inside or go outside very often, because monitoring this airplane is really the most important thing. So it can get away from you very quickly if you aren't paying attention. A390, A440, the A40,329 million, the A600, oh, the A630, I've heard of that one, the A630 130. You want to see the arrival airport as soon as possible? We're getting there, my friend. You heard Captain Sims making an A330? I hope that's not true. Alright guys, that's the end of the music. Vape? Oh yeah. Yep, that's what this is. Indeed what it is. Alright. Coming up very soon here, we are going to have to slow down to 250 knots, so I'll just put that in there as a... set our speed bug to 250 as a visual reference. And we are descending a little bit fast, so we will take about 200 feet per minute off of our descent rate to be right where we need to be. So if we move this back up to 10,000 feet, alright, so right as we start this right-hand turn, we are going to close the throttles quite a large amount, because we are going to have to. Alright, there goes the right-hand turn. So closing down our throttles, and we are at idle, flight idle. So this is about as slow as our engines can possibly get. We need to get ourselves out of standard mode. Altitude's been set, and we are going to have to open up the speed brakes to a quarter to help us slow down to 250. Virgin Atlantic's my favorite airline, or Delta. Never flown Delta or Virgin, but I've heard they are good airlines. I have heard good things about them. Alright, we just put our speed brakes back in. We don't need them anymore. What's my favorite airline or aircraft? Favorite airline? I mean, it's kind of hard for me to have an opinion. I've only ever flown on two airlines in my life. Southwest and Frontier. Out of those, I'd say it's a tie for first place on which one of them I like the most. As far as my favorite airplane goes, that would probably belong to the Boeing 727-100. When is the next stream? Tomorrow. Tomorrow, my friend, 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Alright, there's 250 knots, so we gotta bring up the throttles just a little bit here to maintain it. Maintain 250. And then we need to be at 2,700 feet, so we're just going to lower this down to 2,700. Starting to see the night lights now. The moonlight is giving us such a treat tonight. But we're going to lose a lot of that lighting once we get below these clouds, and it's going to get a lot more dark. It's already dawn in your city? Yeah, and it's 2:34 p.m., my friend. 2:34 p.m. for me. Alright, need to slow down to 2:30 now. Bringing the power levers back down to idle. And we will set this to 2:30. And then open up our speed brakes to a quarter. What are we doing for 750 except for the group plate? I'm not entirely sure. I think I have one in mind, but I'm keeping it secret. Keeping it secret until it's time. I don't know. I don't know what airplane we're going to use yet. I don't know what airline. I'm thinking it's probably going to be the A310. Because I'm sure by the time we hit 750, Sim Update 11 will have passed. So we'll be able to hop in the A310 for it. At least that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'd like to use. Heathrow to JFK? Yeah, you know, we've flown into JFK already. We've flown out of Heathrow already for a long haul special. You know, like, we've done those already. I want to do something a little bit different. A310 has long hauls? Yeah, it's a wide body airplane, man. It's a wide body airplane. It goes far. Miami to Seattle? Possibly. Possibly. Somebody did mention Singapore to Princess Juliana. And at first I kind of shot that idea down. And I was like, you know, that one just seems like it's kind of long. And then the more and more I thought about it, I was like, you know what? That actually does sound like a good idea. So that's one of them that I'm considering. Singapore to Princess Juliana. Heathrow to Antarctica. Your back had crappy phone service. No problem, Geek. No problem. Just in time for the landing. This one should go much smoother for us. Get our landing rate monitor up. We had a minus 60 on the last one. Given all that wind and all that craziness, we touched down smooth as butter on the last one. So hoping we are going to have the same luck here. We never got our landing lights on. Whoops. And I think that we can get our domes off now as well. Well, no, we can keep the domes on, because I need to see what I'm doing just a little bit more. Minus 60, what you get, minus 300? Oh, I don't know about that. If you get minus 300 in this airplane, I wouldn't be surprised if it broke in half. FlyMMCal, what's up? I've been watching your stream since you started. You're doing great butter landing. Thanks, my friend. Yeah, you've been here a long time. Thank you so much, my friend. I haven't seen you in the chat in a while, but thank you for returning. Really, really greatly appreciate you. Hope we're gonna get the butter, as you said, especially in this airplane here. This airplane's really easy to mess up on landing, man. Really is. Minus 876. Is it necessary to release the chassis? What do you mean? Like the landing gear, or okay. We need to turn to 194 degrees here momentarily, because that will put us directly parallel with the runway. So, alright, let's start our turn to 194. Zero to 91,000 is my guess. Alright. So we will start slowing down some more, and then we need to make a big old turn. And then we will get our approach mode on. Reversers are armed. We are looking good. As far as our nav radio is concerned, we need 110.5, which that's all set, so we should get on the localizer automatically. Said, just watching your speed is the most important thing with this airplane, guys. It absolutely is. Because if you don't pay attention to your speed, you're going to put yourself in a pretty hairy situation. But our visibility is quite poor. I thought it said it was greater than 10 kilometers, but there's our runway lights out there anyway. We can see them. Everybody begins slowing the airplane down a little bit more. By the way, recently there was the anniversary of the Metrojet airline plane that crashed in Sharm el-Sheikh. Not too familiar with which one that is. Alright, let's get our slats extended. Go right at 2,700 feet, just in the nick of time. And now I think it would be appropriate to get our dome lights off, just to assist us with being able to see the runway as best as possible. Khaled, what's up? Yes, I came in at final. Sorry being late. I have stupid homework. No problem, Khaled. I'd rather you focus on your homework, my friend. Your education is far too valuable. Your birthday is in November. Oh, your birthday is the 40th anniversary of Microsoft Flight Sim? Well, that's a hell of a birthday. And happy early birthday. Alright. Dear passengers, get ready for a Ryanair landing. Flaps 8. Start recording. Go. Recording. Flaps 20. Alright guys, get along now. Oops. Actually, I just hit my engines there. There we go. Flaps 30. Gear coming down. We never got our VREF speed set. Whoops. There we go. 141. Really? Okay, if it says so. Seems like a little bit much to me, but we'll go with it. Flaps 40. VREF speed of 141 knots. For some reason, my CRJs don't want to work when I pull up the throttle all the way up. It gives me a parking brake warning. Weird. I have not experienced that problem myself, fortunately. Alright, everybody, enjoy. Feet will go to my control. There it is. Come on, why do you float so much, man? There we go.
Oh, wow. That was a great landing.
Man, that's one thing I can't seem to get used to with this airplane is the float. Because she wants to float, let me tell you. Good lord, lots of butter? Oh yeah. Well, you know the deal, guys. We aren't going to pull up all the way to the gates on this one. Minus 38, nice with a float, yeah. A small airplane like this, like I said, because it's a lot smaller, obviously your rough landing to smooth landing ratios are a lot smaller than a like 737. So I'm pretty sure minus 100 and above in this airplane is a hard or firm. And then like minus 150 and higher than that is like pretty hard. And then minus 200 is like yikes. And then I'm pretty sure anything higher than that is like you're gonna damage the airplane. I think minus 300 is like, okay, we need to get a maintenance check, and minus 400 and higher could possibly be fatal in this old airplane. So when in doubt, float it out. Yeah. All right, we're gonna stop right here, everybody. Set our parking brake and let's go for the replay. If I can see my parking brake, there it is. Okay. Let's see what this is all about here. Let's get to this wing view. Minus 600 is a check, yeah. That's what I mean. Especially a smaller airplane like this. Like, you know. All right. Well, let's get zoomed ahead a little bit here, everybody. But I will take these butters all day long. The simulator is running absolutely amazing right now. Very smooth. The approach was very nice, very low wind. Visibility was great. We'll take these all day long, folks, even if we floated it out just a little bit more than we should have. Remember, everybody, due to this butter landing we just did, if you enjoyed that and want to see more of them, please consider becoming a subscriber and turning on notifications for the channel. I would really, really, greatly appreciate that. As well as liking this stream, you'd be doing me a huge favor as well.
50, 40, 30, 20.
And the float. Have sound mods? I do. This is not the stock sound set for this airplane, believe it or not. Believe it or not, it is not the stock sound set. This is the FT Sim sounds for this airplane. Alright, let's back her up. Get another view of that glorious landing. We can back her up a little bit more. There we go. Minus 900, you need to do a check ride? I would say so.
Don't sink.
There was a plane, yeah, that's FSLTL being FSLTL. Putting the airplane there after the fact.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. 400.
Come up here, we can get rid of that.
Don't sink.
We always get don't sink alarms from this angle.
Sink.
We don't get them in any other angle but this one. And we weren't too low. We were right on the money with the glide path. Until we came in and floated the ever-loving hell out of it. But small airplane, stops quick. Had no problems.
50, 40, 30,
Don't
20.
sink.
Floaty McFloaterson.
That's how you land an aircraft.
Alright, let's get a view from the outside. I thought that plane was going to disappear once I reset FSLTL, but apparently not. Let's see if nope, it's not going to go away. What happens if I just close the traffic injector? Nope, it's still there. It's because, I don't know, it's weird. I think it's because it technically was recorded during the replay, but the airplane wasn't there when we touched down. But yeah, we have a Lufthansa Airbus just chilling there for whatever reason. Not sure what the deal is. But let's get another replay here. He wasn't there when we originally touched down, but now, for whatever reason, he is. Get it from the side. Get all this stuff out of the way, too. Hold on. Alright everybody, that's going to do it for this stream. We're going to get one more replay angle in. We're going to back it pretty far up here. We'll get her all the way back here for you, and you know the drill. We are going to head inside and go to this view. Get rid of that master caution. Alright everybody, enjoy this final angle of the landing. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. I really hope that you enjoyed this stream. Really hope you've been enjoying the content in streams lately. Thank you so much, everybody. Remember to check in tomorrow. Our stream starts at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Spirit Airlines, everybody. A320neo. Spirit Airlines tomorrow. I will catch you guys there. Have a great rest of your afternoon, everybody. Thank you for all of your support, and thank you for being here. Have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow.